Tambo Airport. From 2007, I was attached to the Serious Organized Crime Investigation Unit at DPCI.
And this is the current division you're attached to?
I'm currently at the Joburg office.
Thank you, Captain. Can we then go to the events of the 6th of December? You described getting a call from your commander, Colonel Madlanga. Can you explain what happened?
Yes, on the 6th of December, which was on a Friday at around about 16:24, I received a call on my cell phone from Lieutenant Colonel Madlanga from our office, whereby we had to attend to follow-up information in regard to people impersonating themselves as Hawks members.
And once she had given you that information, what other information was provided to you regarding this?
The address was given to us, which was number 137 Empire.
Oh, that's not necessary, Captain. We don't need to disclose the address. And did she explain where this information came from?
Yeah, she explained to me that the information comes from Colonel Serfontaine, our commander.
Thank you, Captain. And once you then had the address at your disposal, what did you then do with your team members?
I informed my team members who were with me at that stage around the Bruma area, and we immediately proceeded to the address to go and verify the information that was given to us.
And Captain, is there a reason that for this exercise to verify whether there were people at that Hawks members impersonating themselves there, that you would send yourself and 4 other team members? Is there a reason for this?
The reason was basically just to go and verify the information.
And for a verification exercise, was it necessary to send 5 individuals?
That's correct, because we were a team there, and it would be more sufficient to have so many members there.
And you then proceeded. How many vehicles did you use to go to the address?
We proceeded to the address with 2 vehicles, a Golf and a BMW, white in color.
And when you then arrived at the address, what transpired?
Upon
Turn your mic, if you can just keep them on. Yes, thank you.
we immediately noticed that it was a police operation in progress.
You first mentioned the time of your arrival. Please repeat that.
Yes, Commissioners. We arrived there around about 5:15, and upon disembarking from the cars, we could notice that there was a police operation in progress. Could notice that a whole lot of members around the vicinity of the crime scene. Police members clad in balaclavas and with rifles and sidearms.
And what else did you observe in paragraph 6.1? You talk about the members of law enforcement that you saw. At paragraph 6.2, you note some of the vehicles. What were your
Yeah, some of the
observations?
vehicles they didn't have registration, some were unmarked as well.
And you say that this suggested that there was an operation underway.
Yeah, that's correct, Commissioners.
And then you also note that they were communicating, the officers, with radios.
Yes, yeah, some were communicating with the radios.
My apologies.
Captain, you also mentioned that they were somewhere in bulletproof vests, and you also saw uniformed officers.
That's correct, Commissioners.
So at that point, from your observation, you saw that it was a SAPS operation.
Yes, on what I observed, like also approaching the whole setup where the operation was, I mean, like with the way they conducted themselves, and through my experience witnessing police operations, I could notice that it was a police operation in progress, and there wasn't, like, if it wasn't a police operation, there was going to be like a confrontation.
Okay.
Commissioners.
Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner Balo. You say that it was then immediately apparent that it was a police operation.
That's
underway.
correct, Commissioners.
Captain, at this point, with your experience in seeing that it was a legit operation, why did you feel it was still necessary to continue with the verification exercise?
Why I felt that it was necessary to verify whether it was a police operation, just to get a reference, reporting back to my superiors.
Captain, you then say you proceeded and the first person you interacted with was a Captain Kruger. Can you tell the commissioners about that interaction?
Yes, my first interaction at the address close to the crime scene, I interacted with Captain Kruger. I introduced myself as Captain Norkie from Joburg office, and whereby he introduced himself as Captain Kruger from the DPCI Tom's office. And he informed me that, he also confirmed that it was a police operation from a national task team in progress.
Captain, at this point, you are now interacting with your counterpart from the Tom's division. Why was it not enough? You've seen that it was a police operation. Now you've talked to Captain Kruger, who confirms it's a police operation. Was that not enough for your purposes?
The reason why I had to interact with someone else that's involved with the scene is to get the reference to report back to my superiors.
So once you talk to Captain Kruger, you then say the next person you met was Captain Wanda.
That's correct, Commissioners.
Can you explain what happens then with the interaction with Captain Wanda?
Yeah, upon meeting with Captain Wanda, he came there, whereby I was standing with Captain Kruger, and he informed me that they were engaged with an operation whereby they executed a J50 warrant, an arrest warrant, as well as a J51 search and seizure warrants, whereby I asked him for a case number and or an inquiry number, and he didn't divulge that to us.
And you then say that when you asked him for these reference number, alternatively a case number, he responded by saying, tell your general to speak to General Khumalo.
That's correct, Commissioners.
You then say after this interaction with Captain Wanda, where you now don't get the reference or case number, you then establish contact with Colonel Matlole.
And then, yeah, that's correct, Commissioners. I established contact with Colonel Matlole, whereby I informed her about what transpired, and whereby she also informed us that we should withdraw, and I informed the members that we should withdraw, hence that it was a legit police operation in progress.
And Captain, how much time did you spend at the scene?
At the scene, we didn't spend more than 15 minutes upon leaving the scene.
And then once Lieutenant Colonel Matlole said you can withdraw, what did you advise your team members?
I advised them, the members that we should withdraw, and we immediately left the premises, and whereby I reported back to her via like an SMS as to a short description or as to what happened.
And Captain, in your interaction with other members, did they note anything that they would have seen when they were attending the scene?
Yeah, the other members were a bit far from the crime scene. They were basically towards the end, and when I walked closer to the crime scene, I walked in with Warrant Officer Khadebe, where you were also engaged with some members of the task team.
Thank you, Captain. And is there anything else you want to tell the Commission about your involvement or presence at the scene?
Nothing. That's all that I can say.
Thank you, Captain.